Here's Matthew. He fell in love with Nuve. After their first date, Matthew opened up to Nuve about his past.
I'm a transgender man. 4th grade, when you start going through like puberty, is when I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not a girl.
8 months into their relationship, Matthew became pregnant with baby Lotus.
That's love right there. That's it.
Unfortunately, Nuve's family have struggled to accept the relationship.
I have to keep saying, you guys know that's not my friend, right? I made a whole baby with this person.
The couple have also dealt with ignorant comments online.
Who's the father? How did you have him? Does he still have breast?
People just don't get it. I'm Matthew, I'm a transgender man.
I'm Nuve.
And we're the baby daddies.
We met on Tinder. After our first date, I get a text after I walk in the house. It was like a book. And I was like, what is this about? And it was him just explaining to me his experience with himself and coming to terms with even being trans, his family.
My transition began at the end of high school, just because I had to wait until I was 18 to do things. I changed my name and I started hormone replacement therapy. And then as soon as I graduated high school, I got a job, acquired $6,000 and got my chest surgery done.
Matthew was my first trans person that I've been with. To say it hasn't been new would be the biggest lie. I've had to definitely reevaluate things within myself. That was definitely a journey.
A learning experience.
Learning process.
I came in, I was like, I got you. You can hang out with me. And then we never stopped hanging out.
Yeah. We've been together for about 2 years.
I think the baby's hungry. Can you get him something to eat?
Yeah, I got you.
Nuve's family struggles to accept the relationship because they're a bit older.
Due to my family being as religious as we are, when it came to me introducing a man who was born a female, he is now male, even after that explanation, it was still okay, all right. We'll take it however you're giving it to us, but we still don't really understand. When it came to me announcing that Matthew was pregnant or that we were having a child, they literally hit us with oh, okay. The
most uncomfortable isn't even in the general public, it's probably in healthcare facilities. Every time I walked through that door, they were like, what are you here for? And where's your wife or whatever? And I'm just I'm the one with the baby. It didn't trigger gender dysphoria doing something so quote unquote feminine as, being pregnant and giving birth. I was honestly amazed with myself. I was just oh, holy crap, I'm growing a person. Awesome.
The reactions that we get online, of course, they are mixed between both positive and negative. Most people are really just interested in the dynamic of how I, as a gay man, met a trans man who then decided that they also wanted to be pregnant and then also have that baby, have no dysphoria. Who's the father? How did you have him? Does he still have breasts? Do you guys breastfeed? Did he get bottom surgery? So y'all gonna say congratulations but not confusion. And then someone else is like, he's really a girl. And it just goes to show that a lot of people are simply uneducated. We mainly get positive comments here and there. We have congratulations, I'm a seahorse dad too, my son's 2 now. Hashtag parenting goals, I love this for y'all, congrats. I mean, that's love right there. That's it. Every single day that I wake up, I get to look at my kid and go, that's the ultimate source of happiness that I could possibly have right now. So other people could not possibly affect that. My family has come around just a tad because they're like, well, we want to be involved with the baby. We want to be here for the baby. Our friends have been so supportive. They've loved everything about our dynamic. The love that they show our kid, the support that they show our kid, it's ridiculous. On the horizon for us,
getting married.
Getting married too. I couldn't ask for anything more than to be a parent.
This is 57-year-old Tara. She fell in love with 23-year-old Eliza. Despite their 35-year age gap, the creative couple have no doubt their relationship has future.
We're both aware that the pace of aging is going to be quite different.
I just kind of roll with it. You're immortal, so I'm not worried.
While many might find their pairing an odd one, they have no time for haters.
This is absolutely the first time that I've dated a trans woman. I would say that if anyone was really critical of our relationship, they would really want to take a really long look in the mirror and kind of assess why that judgment is happening for them.
Hi, my name is Tara von Lintel.
And I'm Eliza.
At first appearance, this age gap couple might not look like they have much in common, but in fact, their mutual love of art and creative personalities makes them the perfect match.
I have owned a contemporary art gallery for over 27 years now. Half of it is painting and drawings, and the other half is photography.
I am a makeup artist and a photographer. I do a little bit of everything and anything creative, anything I can get my hands on.
We met on a lesbian online dating app, and we didn't see each other for 6 months. We essentially just texted and texted. By the time we met, we weren't strangers anymore. That was a magic moment, and I think it really took both of us by surprise.
I think we got lucky.
I think we got really lucky, yeah. There's 35 years difference between the two of us.
It doesn't really factor in for me that we're not
Gonna age the same?
Yeah. That doesn't factor in for me at all, actually. I just kind of roll with it. You're immortal, so I'm not worried.
Obviously, we're both aware the pace of aging is going to be quite different. The only way that you can really make this work is to take it a day at a time. But we are planning our future together.
I typically only date people over 45. I have my whole life, I don't know why. But my family responded very well. I think everyone saw how happy that you made me and how I was coming back to life for the first time in a very long time.
For me, this has certainly been the biggest age gap relationship by far. I have 2 kids who are a little older than Eliza, and it took them a minute because that's something you have to get over, you have to digest.
For Tara's children, it was also a matter of getting used to her being in a lesbian relationship, after they had known her as their father for all their lives.
I have wanted to be a woman since I can remember back at the age of 5. I was born in 1962, so I didn't even know that transitioning was possible. So you push it away, but it never goes away. After my divorce, that's when I, for the first time, really thought about the possibility of transitioning.
Finally able to live as the woman she'd felt inside her whole life, Tara was still unsure if she would find anyone who would love and accept her as she was.
I had a couple of, I'll call them flings, since my transition, but generally it's extremely difficult. I've definitely found that the younger generations have less of an issue with someone being trans. So while it was a surprise for me that somebody who's as pretty, I would say stunning, as you, picked me from, that digital mass of people.
This is absolutely the first time that I've dated a trans woman. I never had a problem with the trans thing at all. It didn't even occur to me, really. You just are who you are, and I think if you fell in love with someone for who they are, it doesn't really matter.
What I like most about Eliza is that she is one of the most artistic people I've ever met in pretty much everything that she does.
What I love most about Tara is your very sneaky sense of humor. It just takes me by surprise every time, and it never fails to make me smile.
People look, but luckily LA is a mostly very liberal place.
I would say that if anyone was really critical of our relationship, they would really want to take a really long look in the mirror and kind of assess why that judgment is happening for them. Because when two people are genuinely in love and consenting to something that they share together, that's beautiful.
This is Chase. He fell in love with Elan.
We're a Tinder love story.
When they first started dating, they were both women. But Chase had always felt he'd been born in the wrong body.
Before I transitioned, I was never comfortable with who I was.
And 2 years ago, he decided it was finally time to change.
I wouldn't say that I knew he was going to come out as trans, but it definitely did not surprise me with him being trans. It just doesn't matter to me.
But Chase's transition hasn't gone down well with everyone.
There's some people that made it kind of difficult and upsetting. We have been together for a long time. No, that's the day you said,
I love you, and then this was the day that you asked me to be your girlfriend. Yeah. We're a Tinder love story. I was in a relationship with a cisgendered male before, and was like, you know what, I'm just going to have Tinder set to just females. His picture was maybe 6 or 7 other people, and I had no idea who it was gonna be, but I was down for if it was any one of these people.
Yeah. I saw her profile and I was like, no. I was like, this girl's way too beautiful. I'll never see you again. And swiped right. And then the next morning we matched and I was like, okay, now what?
And we talked literally all day.
Non-stop for 3 days until we decided to speed up our first date.
I decided to speed up our first date. I was like, I don't want to wait any longer.
Yeah.
Having struck gold on Tinder, the pair have now been together for almost 3 years and will shortly be celebrating their first wedding anniversary.
Before I transitioned, I was never comfortable with who I was. I tried to discover transitioning about 10 years ago or 8 years ago. I'm wearing makeup.
Yeah.
I don't. It was always a constant in my mind. I was just too afraid, obviously, because there's a lot of people who transition who lose family members or lose relationships. It was over 2 years that we had been together. It was actually a week before we got engaged. So I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get married. I want to be your husband. I don't want to be your wife.
I wasn't surprised. The dynamic of our relationship always leaned more to a male-female couple. Him being trans, it just doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter. If I connect with you, I connect with you. And
yeah.
Having made the choice to transition along with Elan's support, the couple's next challenge was to reveal Chase's decision to those around them.
Coming out as gay is one thing, but saying the person you know is going to completely switch to a different gender, there's a lot of unknowns, right? You don't know what you're gonna look like. We wanted to come out to her parents first, and your parents were just so yep, okay, that, okay, makes sense. And on the other hand, there's some people that made it kind of difficult and upsetting, so.
when we first, when I met everyone, it was your grandma's 80th birthday.
Yeah.
And I've never felt more uncomfortable in my entire life.
A lot of my family have been great. There are some people who didn't necessarily adapt to it immediately. A couple comments I got were, well, I can't accept that. I prepared myself for exactly those comments. You can't expect a lot of people in your life to be as amazing, as supportive as she has been, or immediately be yes, he, him, you're a dude. It's been really upsetting because you just
Want acceptance.
You want acceptance, obviously, who doesn't? But when you don't get it, unfortunately in my situation, it wasn't a surprise. It's like a knitting needle. And so you have to vacuum it. I started T on September 10th of 2019. It's been like really cool, like the changes that have happened. Like obviously physically there's like, I now have facial hair, which is like a huge giveaway, which has been nice. And for a while I was super proud of one belly hair, and now there's more than one. How far we've come.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a humbling experience, like every week when you have to put together a needle so that you can like be who you want to be. Even if it hurts, I know.
Just remember how good of a nurse your wife is.
You're great at it though. The worst time was when we went through a drive-thru once too, and I was trying to order something and I had the worst voice crack, and she just starts howling. And I'm just like, can you finish the order, please? Like, I'm hoping anyways that it'll get more deep than it is now. Yeah.
Due to Chase's experiences of coming out as trans, the couple also decided to start a YouTube channel to document their journey.
Hey every. I was gonna say hey every guys. Tastes like corn pops.
First one down, only a lifetime ago now.
The way that we wanted to approach this transition was just different from other people. It's not all about the person who's like physically going through it. Like
Exactly.
as a partner, you go through it as well.
There's a plethora of trans men talking about this is 1 month and 2 months and so on. It's personal. It's not family oriented. It's not, well, now that I'm changing, how is my wife adapting to it? And how is our relationship? And how does that work through a marriage?
Where's the one part where it goes like dun 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 dun?
We've been extremely lucky. We haven't really gotten a lot of hate online. We've still like mostly get positive comments.
There's the typical people who are like, oh, you'll never be a real man. Like, you're never gonna be a real father.
Goes on and says like, for me to grow up and be a real woman, like.
He's an emotional vampire. Like, it's a running joke now where it's like, yeah, watch out, babe, I'm just one of those emotional vampires.
It's just Edward over here.
Yeah. It's just like, all right.
But that's so
later on.
funny that we have that just to remember forever.
You paused that on a really good moment there.
Our next step is trying to get pregnant and have a family. So we're definitely very excited about that. Just continue to grow like within our relationship.
You don't ever expect to be as supported as you hoped and dreamed for, but that was my case. I have been like so fortunate that you've just loved me. I would have never imagined in any of my life like this would be my reality, is having a wife who's just like so exceptionally supportive and perfect.
This is Nay. She fell in love with Tay.
It was just like love at first sight. I just looked at her and had to double take.
We just instantly clicked.
When the couple first started dating, they were both women.
I wasn't happy the way I was. As a lesbian couple, I wanted to take it to the next level.
But Tay, having always struggled with his gender and with the love and support of Nay, decided it was finally time to transition and become who he felt he really was. But not everyone took him seriously.
I was changing my whole body, and a lot of people didn't agree with that.
She's like, he is like my sister, brother. I'm still getting used to it.
And even 2 years on, the couple still struggle to convince those around them that they are not both still women.
It affects me because I really wanted my mom to be here.
We've been married for a year. We met at the same job. It was just like love at first sight. I just looked at her and had to double take.
We just instantly clicked.
When Tay and Nay first started dating, they were both women. However, Tay always knew he'd been born in the wrong body. So at 21, he began his transition. But not everyone was supportive of his change.
A lot of people didn't agree with that. They didn't realize I wasn't happy the way I was as a lesbian couple.
And even some of Tay's closest friends judged his transition harshly.
I had a conversation with a friend who basically said they couldn't talk to me anymore because I was transitioning. They text me like, are you sure you're gonna do this? And I said, yeah. Then he was like, then I can't talk to you anymore. He was like, I don't agree with that type of stuff. I barely agree with you being lesbian. So I'm just gonna not talk to you until you change back to the person you was.
Despite facing a lot of judgment throughout his transition, with the support of Nay, he has never doubted his decision.
Just fell in love with Tay as a person, not like gender role. That never really mattered to me.
And now he's making things official.
What's in front of me is my documents showing my official name change and my new gender marker showing that I'm a male now. In the matter of Latasia Marquia Tanae Kennedy, for the name change to Tay Michael Kennedy, the order has been granted. My sex from my driver's license is now male, and my journey is almost complete, where I am 100% comfortable with myself.
With his official documents in place, today, Tay and Nay are having family over to their home to let them know the good news.
So we're preparing this food for family. Got some cousins, my parents, mom and stepdad. We are going to share with them about my name change, and we're going to share with them about my surgery that's coming in less than a week and a half, and also about how I feel about them and the lack of support that I feel that they're giving me right now. Out of this whole 2 years, not one parent asked me about it. I feel like I deserve an apology.
I feel like as long as we just hope for the best outcome, that it'll go smooth. Tay and his family have never really 100% sat down and talked about it. I think Tay is nervous. I can feel that Tay is nervous.
The first family they're expecting are Tay's mother and stepdad. But Tay's mother has chosen not to attend the gathering.
I would say my wife. It kind of bothered her because it was more like, I'm losing my girl. And now I have a son. What's up? In here. She would cry at night and be like, I'm losing my daughter. And then in the end, she would say, but it's the best for him. So she was fighting her own demons with it.
Well, my mom's not coming. I'm kind of upset about that. But she said that she's camera shy and wasn't prepared for it. But I kind of know how she feels now.
Having learned how his mum feels about his transition, it's time for Tay to come face to face with the rest of his family.
So I got you guys all here today to show you guys that I got my name changed. To show you guys the documents of my name change. On my birthday, I'm getting a hysterectomy.
I didn't know that.
And then sometimes I feel like I do it alone because nobody really asks me how my stuff is going or asks me how my transition is going. And that kind of sucks sometimes too. So yeah.
You know I'm always here. Always.
When it comes to your name, when I get mad, I do be calling you your other name.
But I want that name to be dead to everybody.
But we trying though. With work, we have enough respect for you to try, you know what I'm saying? And eventually it will be 100% gone, but
I will start asking you more about how you feel about things, or if I see a change in you certain days, I will ask you.
It affects me because I really wanted my mom to be here because she has a different reaction.
And she's been texting me this whole time, asking me how's it going. So she cares.
Right.
She's like, he is like my sister, brother. I'm still getting used to it, so you can't judge me for me still calling you a girl sometimes. If this gonna make him happy, I roll with the flow.
Although Tay still has work to do with his mum, there have been positive steps made with the rest of his family.
We really talked about how I felt and how they felt about everything. It went pretty well, pretty good, knowing that they support me and knowing that they're trying. They had a couple hiccups with she, but I know that they're trying.
feel like we've always seen our future together.
I love that she supports anything I want to do. I compliment her every morning to let her know like she's worthwhile, she's beautiful.